The speed of light is one of my favorite things to talk about because not only is it the fastest thing in the universe, traveling at about 186,000 miles per second, let that sink in, it also can take you back in time. Let's start local. Our sun is about 93 million miles away from us, but it still takes its light about 8.5 minutes to reach your eyes. That means whenever you look at it, not like this, but with protective eyewear of course, you're looking at it how it was about 8.5 minutes ago. If the sun were to ever shut off, you wouldn't know for about 8.5 minutes. Zooming out a bit, this is the Virgo cluster of galaxies, on average about 65 million light years away from us. Question for you guys, if you were an intelligent species on a planet in one of those galaxies and you look back at Earth, would you see people? Nope, you'd be seeing dinosaurs right before they died, because that's who was here over 65 million years ago. Grand scheme, one of the most incredible images ever taken, the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. Some of these galaxies are about 13 billion light years away. That means we are looking at them how they were 13 billion years ago, when the universe was still so young. That to me is amazing and humbling.
This is a 1-gallon jug, and you can actually see that gravity is pulling the water out of the jug and it's coming down towards the ground. But what happens when I drop this jug from a ladder behind me? Let's test it. In 3, 2, 1. So you can see that the water actually stops flowing the minute I let it go out of my hand. And this is because gravity is actually pulling the water bottle and the water inside of it at the same time. So the water is not being pulled out of the bottle because they're both being pulled down together. Follow for more.
Have you been feeling like time is moving by very fast lately? Or has your days been feeling a lot shorter? Well, don't even worry about it, 'cause I'm finna tell you exactly why. Welcome to Woke Science, where I break down what's really going on. 2021 is actually supposed to be shorter because Earth is spinning faster than normal. New York Times also posted this and said this hasn't happened in the past half century, meaning this ain't happened in the last 50 years, bruh. You wasn't even alive yet. So what is that supposed to mean? It means that technically there is no longer 24 hours in a day. And if you guys want more evidence, man, here go another article. A day on Earth is now shorter than 24 hours, and here's why. Earth is rotating on its axis faster than it has in half a century, which is why your day has been feeling a lot shorter lately. If you guys learn anything, man, let me know in the comment section. Share this to all your friends and follow for more Woke Science.
Which can draw farther, a big or a small highlighter? First up was the big highlighter, and it was painting this paper a lot better than I thought it would. I went all the way until it stopped highlighting, and then I ground the tip off. The big highlighter ended up highlighting a little under half a mile. To me, it didn't really seem like the little highlighter had much to compete against, and because it had a smaller tip, it would be putting down less ink. But to my disappointment, this only went 115 laps, which is well under a quarter mile. So the big highlighter wins.
Let's pick my next victim. The strawberry. Potassium chlorate, it oxidizes the sugar and starts a fire. 3, 2, 1. It's dead.
How far can a bar of soap draw? I was a little bit skeptical of this one because, I mean, it's a bar of soap. Get a brand new one in the shower, turn your head for a minute, and then it's gone. But halfway through the test, I realized how long this is taking. And right here, you can see how much soap stuck to the paper because it's literally chipping off. By the time it was too small to hold on to, the soap went a total of 985 laps, or 1.6 miles. But by the end, there's a layer of soap all over the paper, and it went everywhere.
But this is a real find.
Just buy it. You don't have to rationalize everything.
All right, I will buy it. It'll be good for the economy.
Here's how this man survived being swallowed by a whale. It's cause technically, he didn't get swallowed. When lobster diver Michael Packard was diving off Provincetown, Massachusetts, he ended up in a whale's mouthpiece. But what saved him was the whale was a humpback. As a filter feeder, they have bristles called baleen instead of teeth, which is how Packard was able to avoid becoming a pack. But the thing with humpbacks, just like other baleen whales like blue whales, they physically can't swallow a human because their throats are so small that they can't handle anything bigger than a grapefruit. With a throat the size of a small salad plate, trying to deep throat a human would put any whale out of commission, so lucky for him, the whale couldn't swallow him if it wanted to. Only really dangerous part is that humpback whales are so loud that they can actually burst your eardrums and even cause air bubbles to form inside you, which is an instant RIP. But because Packard was an experienced diver, he already had 2 busted eardrums, which is actually the most impressive part of this story. So what actually happened was a whale accidentally put him in his mouth for about 30 seconds before realizing its mistake and spitting him out. And because he had his scuba gear, he was able to survive without getting any serious injuries. Moral of this video, humpbacks can't swallow you, but they can give you the greatest story you could ever tell at parties. His friends can try, but nothing they say will ever top getting Jonah'd by a whale.